All right. So we got this. We got this little banger coming out from Ed Boon, right? I'm just, you know, I mean, I know like he trolls and stuff like that, but you know, this nearly. How old is he now? How old's Ed Boon? Right? Ed Boon. 60 years old, right? Maybe you could stop, you know, piss farting around with trolling and actually do something decent before you decide to retire. In this tweet from yesterday, he's like, how have 20 years passed? Well, it's very easy, right? When you have decided to, you know, forget the franchise that made it great, passes very quick. However, for the customer base, it doesn't pass very quick at all. Alright? This is like being kneecapped over and over again. Okay? And while you were at the helm from the 3D era onwards, which is why the Kombat went the Tekken route, because you got a hard on for Tekken. I remember reading that shit 20 years ago. Actually, more than that, actually, because it started off with Deadly Alliance, right? It still felt like Mortal Kombat. We had good storytelling, felt like Mortal Kombat because we had many writers, including John Vogel there as well, even though John Tobias wasn't part of it. So obviously John Vogel was still channeling, right? John Tobias was Qui-Gon Jinn, and John Vogel was Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he was channeling that, you know what I'm saying? Like, channeling into Hadouken. Anyway, right? He goes, bring it back, question mark. Now, I have been advocating for fucking forever, man, on this channel to bring out collections. I know exactly how to do it, exactly what to call it, right? Easy. Okay? You don't need, by the way, we'll come back to the comments in a sec, right? By the way, you don't need to, you know, remaster or like sort of like redo the textures or anything like that. I run this game, right? I run this game at 4K. Let me just show you. I showed it in the Big Deception video I did the other day, right? But let me just show you like how this shit looks in 4K, right? We'll just go into practice mode, right? And just have them like standing there so that way you can see. So I'm running this at 4K, right? We'll get Scorpies out. We'll get Subby out, right? I should have chosen the stage, but whatever. You get the point. Anyway, so this is running at 4K, right? Okay. This is crisp, man. Like, this looks really good. Now, obviously, you have to do some slight modifications because this is just through an emulator, right? So you're going to have to do a little bit more than just adding 4K to it in terms of like, you know, maybe sharpening up, you know, the text for the, you know, the stance changes and things like that. But ultimately, this is amazing, right? This looks amazing in 4K, right? You don't need to do anything else special with this game. Right? Here, get over there. Right? Look at that, one tap. And he's one tap, just pow. Right? The king of the flick. Right? That's all you need to do, bro. Run it in 4K. That's it. Don't need to do anything else. Okay? Give us proper online netcode, rollback, all that sort of shite, and we're good to go. Now, the collections that I advocate for here, like, since he's talking here about bringing back the Deception. Imagine having a brain cell after all this time, watching both SNK over the years and now Capcom, bringing all their classic games back, and not just bringing them back, right? But actually making it so that, like, you know, everything's awesome, right? Now, if you brought out a Dada collection, Deadly Alliance Deception Armageddon collection, right? Here's how you do it. This is the way. What the fuck? This is how you do it, right? God, this is how you do it, man, right? You get them to run it both all three at 4K. You have a special entry, special addition to the collection, which is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Right? All of it has online. So 4K online, Shaolin Monks in there, right? And I would, personally, I would advocate that everything is unlocked immediately, right? Nobody, maybe a few, but I'd say most people don't want to go through what they did 20 years ago, 25 or however long years ago, you know, for Deadly Alliance, then Deception, Armageddon, right? You've got to make all of that shit available immediately. So we can go into the crypt and look at everything, or, you know, the crypt's already unlocked and all that sort of stuff. Now, you know, maybe there's a way that you can do it. You can replay that stuff if you want. Actually, you know what? Even better. I just remembered. Just make it a cheat, right? Just make it a cheat menu, right? So, do you want to start with everything unlocked? Yes. That's it. Just like in the Marvel vs. Capcom games and all that sort of shit. Enabling the bosses, stuff like that. Just do that, right? Now, what I would further do, right, is I would add in... Now, so we have to be very, very careful here, right? Because I think, was it the GameCube version that got playable Goro and Shao Kahn? Was it that version that got those characters? I can't remember. Because I didn't play on the GameCube much back in the day, right? Because I never owned one. I only played one when my mates had one, right? So... I would probably put the best version of each of these in there, meaning the best version that had the most stuff, meaning that I think Deadly Alliance was across the board the same. Deception, I'm pretty sure it was the GameCube that had the extra characters, so I'd put that one in there as the staple game. I would also put in there's the staple game for Armageddon. I would put that in there with Mortal Kombat Armageddon on the Wii, right? Because again, you can run this shit at 4K, so it's going to look great anyway, right? That's what I do, right? You don't need the Wii controls, right? You don't need that garbage. You just need to have the Wii version, because then you get female chameleon as well, right? That's what I do. All online, have the ability to have everything unlocked immediately, so you don't have to worry about grinding through stuff if you don't want to do that again, which I think is fair, right? I think that's fair. You know, you have the option either way. Right. And then finally, that condiment clown that decided to challenge me with his little thing. You know, he can fulfill his wish of beating me 10-0 for my 10 questions. Right? This is what needs to happen. Right? This is what needs to happen. Right? Then we have the 2D collection. Okay? You have every arcade release, right? Including different revisions, because it's not hard, right? Those ROM sizes are tiny as fuck, so let's you know, let's not cut the mustard here, right? So then you have MK1, 2, and 3, Ultimate MK3, you have all the arcade revisions. You then have both versions of Mortal Kombat Trilogy, N64 and the PlayStation 1 version. You then have Mortal Kombat 4 arcade, right? You would have Mortal Kombat 4 Home Edition, right? Which I believe is, I don't know, I guess you could have both N64 and PS1 version. I think the PS1 version was better, right? Then you would have MK Gold. And there's 2 special editions, by the way, all online. Haven't even finished yet. The 2 special games I would add to that is War Gods and Mortal Kombat, no, 3 actually, my bad. Mortal Kombat, so you got War Gods, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, and Mortal Kombat Special Forces. And also, I would add in all the home versions of these games, including Jukebox. Right? So you would have everything from the Sega Master System releases of Mortal Kombat, the Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, NES, Game Boy Advance, all of it. All the home versions that were in that came out in the 8-bit and 16-bit days for these games. All online. Don't even fucking start and tell me that you can't do it, because there's a program on PC called Fightcade. You can literally play these old-ass games without the games actually being modified at all, playing online. You want to know why? Because it makes it think that you're playing with someone right beside you, except it then creates a network connection. So it's fooling it into doing that. Used to do this back in the day for games that only had a LAN or local co-op or local PvP mode. You couldn't actually get online. So they brought out programs like Hamachi and Tungle, and you could connect, like you join a server, and that server is like everyone's in the same room physically, but they're not. They could be all parts of the world, right? But the game doesn't know that. It's amazing stuff. And this is all done by people that are doing this shit for free. So don't even fucking start, man, and tell me that these people can't do that. Don't even go there, right? It is incompetence and it is laziness that's the reason why we don't have this. This shit would sell out overnight. So we have the Classic Collection, we have the Dada Collection, and then of course we would obviously have the reintroduction of Mortal Kombat 9. Right? Upscale or increase the res for the in-game movies. Update the netcode. Already got it on PC. Just update that shit, right? Allow it to be resold and you're done. Stop trying to force people to play your latest shit, right? You've got Mortal Kombat fans, by the way, this is Ed Boon's fault. Mortal Kombat fans that span 3 generations of Mortal Kombat, right? We got the 2D era, which is where I'm from, the 3D era, which is where all the people that have pubic hair from on their head, and then you got the MK9, which is like lightning in a bottle, and then we got the NRS era, which is like conceivably the worst era, right? So you got 3 different eras here, but we're only made to play the NRS era. Now we can play these old games on PC, but how much better and more convenient, and how much more money that these people would make if they actually had it, so you could have all of these at your fingertips on whatever favorite platform you have out there, be it PC, be it PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch. Imagine playing that shit on the go on the Switch or on the Steam Deck, right? With online capabilities, and still the option to play local co-op. It'd be fucking insane, dude, right? I would, like, to be honest, like, I wouldn't care about, like, a remastered of, like, Trilogy or anything like that, as long as you brought out those collections. That'd make me happy, right? But this dude better not be bloody playing, man. I'm sick of this shit. 60-year-old fucking man trolling people. You better not be trolling, right? Do you fuckers want to make money or not, right? My wallet has blue balls for these games. Can you please let me release? Please. Okay? You have no idea how happy it would make a whole host of MK fans to give us this stuff again. Right? When I was playing Deception, when I did my big video the other day, you know, it's just amazing. Like, you load it up and it instantly just feels like Mortal Kombat. Everything from the music, the sound effects, you know, the characters, how they look. It just felt like Mortal Kombat. And now everything, it feels like we're in the fucking soy realm. Right? Anyway, catch you next time.